you seen the movie The 13th Warrior. I don't know if any of you brothers seen that movie. There was a scene in the movie when they were called the Veng Horde. Were coming down on this particular king's castle. So the woman had a knife folded up, and she went to the other woman and she said, look, hide the children. If they break through, kill them all and kill yourselves. Don't let none of them be taken and put in slavery. A woman came to another woman with a dagger wrapped up in a sheet, and she opened it and said, here, take the children, hide them. If they break through, kill all of them and kill yourself. Don't let none of them be taken and put in slavery. That's what the men of war do. They go and find them, hide them, hide them, and take them. And that's all biblical. How come they don't read that? But they're going to paint this picture to you about this love bullshit. Hey, yeah, the Lord does love. He loves Israel. Them other nations, they can get the arm, so to speak. For lack of a better term, they can get the arm. The Lord loves Israel. The Lord's dealing with Israel. The whole purpose of the kingdom of heaven is for the children of Israel, ain't for everybody. You ever heard the saying, a black man's hell is a white man's heaven, or a white man's heaven is a black man's hell? Well, a black man's heaven is going to be a white man's hell. Or put it like this, an Israelite man's heaven is going to be a white man's hell. Because they're going to be there. All these other nations, they're going to be there. But the capacity that they're going to be there is what it is. The capacity that they're going to be in the kingdom of heaven is they're going to be slaves. Just like it says. Yeah, bro.
Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
Right, it's saying that the nations, that the Most High looks at the nations like as a piece of dust on a balancing scale. One drop of dirt on a balancing scale, how much does it weigh? The needle is not going to move for just one little drop of sand on a balancing scale. So the Lord equates the other nations to just one piece of dust on a balancing scale. In other words, they ain't shit. Then the scripture he's going to read is going to go on to say that they are less than nothing and counted unto spittle. They are as a drop that falleth from a bucket. So the Most High looks at these other nations like, if you got a full bucket of water and a drop falls out, do you give a damn about that drop? You got a whole bucket. They're like a drop that falls out of a bucket of water. Don't mean shit. That's what it's saying. Go ahead, brother.
All nations, 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing in vanity.
Right. They are counted to him less than nothing in vanity. Go ahead. What you got?
Okay. Numbers 31 and 32. And the booty, being the rest of the prey which the men of war had caught, was 600,000 and 70,000 and 5,000 sheep, and 312,000 beeves, and 301,000 asses.
Right, look at that. Those are a lot of donkeys. That's a lot of sheep. That's a lot of spoil right there, because all of them sheep, all of them donkeys, they're all the donkey. They have a use. The sheep, they have a use. You shear the sheep. You use the wool to make clothing. Also, during the Passover, you need sheep, because during the Passover we eat lamb. So that's one of the mainstays. We eat lamb during Passover. So you got meat right there. You got meat. You got clothing right there in abundance. Go ahead.
And 32,000 persons in all.
32,000 persons. So 32,000 people in all are booty. In other words, we took them as slaves. 32,000. So that's 32,000 people that are going to be used for what? Manual labor. And they're going to get paid. They're going to get paid with a foot in their ass. That's how they're going to get paid. That's the booty right there. Substance and people. Go ahead.
Of women that had not known man by lying with him.
Wait a minute. Now it's separate. Now it said 32,000. It was 32,000 men slaves that we took. Now it's going now it's separate categories. How many women who ain't been touched? These are women who ain't had sex with. That's why I said they haven't been touched by a man. meaning they never had sex. So these are virgins. These are untouched women. Go ahead.
And the half, which was the portion of them that went out to war, was in number 300,000 and 70 and 30,000 and 500 sheep. And the Lord's tribute of the sheep.
300, was it 300,000 women?
No, they didn't give the number.
Oh, they didn't give the number to women, okay.
And half, which was the portion of them that went out to war, was in number 300,000 and 70 and 30,000 and 500 sheep. And the Lord's tribute of the sheep was 615. And the beeves were 30 and 6,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 312. And the asses were 30,000 and 500, of which the Lord's tribute was 301. And the persons was 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32 persons. And Moses gave the tribute, which was the Lord's heave offering, unto Eleazar the priest, as the Lord commanded Moses.
Right, so off of that spoil, the priest got 10% of that spoil. So the priest got a certain amount of them sheep, asses, beeves, a portion of those people that were put in captivity. The sheep got the priest got a portion of them as his own personal slaves. That was 10% of the spoil of the war. So that's what we did, and we're gonna do that again. Okay, what you got?
Psalms 82 and 8. Arise of power.
Oh well, no, I don't want that right now. I don't want that right now. Hold that for later. Give me the about the kingdom of heaven.
Luke 17 and 20.
And before you read that, give me the one where the Lord said, from the time of John the Baptist until now. I think that's in Matthew's. Is it Matthew 16? I'm going to show you who the kingdom of heaven is. And what is it? Acts? Is it Acts 1 and 6? I believe it's Acts 1 and 6. I'm going to show you who the kingdom of heaven is. Because you got these fatback eating ass preachers Sunday morning. They're going to sit there and open their mouth. That shitling mouth that they got. They're going to open up and tell you that the Lord is for everybody. The Bible specifically tells you who and what the kingdom of heaven is all about. So this fantasy that they spoon feed these people, where did they get this shit from? Go ahead.
This is on Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now.
Now this is the Lord himself speaking. So he said from the days of John the Baptist until right now, that was talking about back then. But hell, let's even say right now. Go ahead.
The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
Wait a minute. He said from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. Now, can a kingdom suffer? Walls and buildings don't suffer. The people are the ones that suffer. So he said from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven was suffering violence. Who was the king? Who was he talking about? His own people, the Israelites. They were suffering violence at the hands of who? The Romans. So he said from the kingdom of heaven was suffering violence, and it said, the scripture's going to say, and the violent take it by force. The violent was who? The Romans. Israel was paying tribute to who? The Romans. So the kingdom of heaven was suffering violence at the hand of Rome. So Rome is not a part of the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is the children of Israel. The kingdom of heaven is not for everybody. The Lord ain't coming here to set everybody up. He's coming to set Israelites up. Everybody else is going to be under us. Go ahead.
And the violent take it by force.
Which was the Romans. Take it by force. Which what? They were taking us by force. Go ahead.
From all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come.
Right, so that's it on that. Now give me that one right there.
Luke 19 and 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of the Most High should come.
Now these were the Pharisees. These were the men that were up in a high position in Israel in the ancient world. So they demanded of the Lord, look, when is the kingdom going to come? So they demanded of him, when is the kingdom coming? Go ahead.
He answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation.
Right, he told them, look, the kingdom is not going to come with you looking for it like it's going to drop down out of the sky and voila, there's the kingdom. That's what a lot of people think. He said the kingdom cometh not by observation. Go ahead.
Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there.
Or, look, over there, there's the kingdom. Or no, over there, the kingdom is right there. Go ahead.
For behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you.
For the kingdom of the Most High is within you. Who was he talking to? Other Israelites. They said, look, when is the kingdom coming? He told them it's not by observation or somebody say, lo, it's over here or over there. The kingdom of the Most High dwelleth within you. You're the kingdom of heaven. You were the ones that were suffering from the time of John until now. By at the hands of the violent, which is who? The Romans. Which is who? The damn white man. And the niggas that was joined up to him to do his bidding back then. Because there was a lot of Israelites that was a part of the Roman Empire that had Greek names and had Roman names, and they were doing the bidding of the damn white man to their own people. Just like right now. They still out. They still here right now doing the same shit. They doing the bidding of Massa. Massa back then was the Roman Empire. It's the same story, different day. This is modern day Rome. You don't believe it? What language did they speak in Rome? Anybody know? Say it again. They spoke Latin. Why do you need a lawyer when you go to court? Because the terms they speak in the courtroom is what? Latin. Why do you need a lawyer when you sign a contract? Because the contract language is written in what? Latin. You go to be a doctor. All the body parts is named after what? Latin names. Delts, biceps, triceps, latissimus dorsimus, penis. Those are all Latin names. Say that? Achilles tendon. Achilles tendon. Latin names, right? You in school, they teach you what? Roman numerals. Why you gotta learn Roman numerals for? This is America. You're in 3rd grade, they teach you Roman numerals. On the dollar bill at the bottom of the pyramid is what? Roman numerals. This is Rome all over again. Ancient Rome, the Caesars was elected into office. America, the president is elected into office. Rome, they had a Senate. America, they have what? A Senate and a Congress, which they had the same thing back in Rome. This is the Roman Empire all over again. This is Rome all over again. That's it on that? Now, yeah, get Acts.
Acts chapter 1, verse 6.
This is after the Lord had rose after being 3 days, basically in the cave for 3 days. And he rose on the 3rd day. Now he was going back to the Father. And the disciples was with him for a point in time. Then he left. Go ahead.
It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
Wait a minute. Do you hear everybody there? They said, Lord, will you at this time, now that you rose from the dead, now are you going to restore the kingdom back to Israel? Are you going to take down these goddamn Romans, these Edomites, and set Israel back up? Did the Lord, did they ask him, are you going to set up Ham and Japheth and all the other people? They said, no. Are you going to restore again the kingdom to Israel? That's what they asked him. They didn't ask him about everybody else. Fuck everybody else. They were asking him about Israel themselves. Read it again.
When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
Are you going to restore again the kingdom to Israel? That's what they said to him. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons.
Because back then wasn't the time. He said it's not to you to know the time or the season when the kingdom is going to be set up, when you're going to be put back in power again. Because back then it wasn't that time. So the disciples thought, okay, he just rose from the dead. We was with him. We seen the power he got. Oh, he going to take Rome down now. We're going to be set back up. It wasn't for back then. We in that time now. It wasn't for back then. The Lord also said back then, if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight.